Now, the other important development at the moment is that conditionality is being intensified, and we've had a number of initiatives from the government recently. First of all, a reduction in the period for which a claimant can confine their work search to their own specialism. That's been reduced from 13 weeks, which it has been since time immemorial, to only 4 weeks, which is a completely unrealistic period. Secondly, the so-called administrative earnings threshold. This is what determines the amount of money per week that you're earning, that determines whether you're regarded as unemployed if you're below that threshold, or whether you're required to do all of the searching for work. So that's been raised now from 9 hours per week on the minimum wage to 15 hours. And that's brought a total of about 250,000 extra claimants into the heavy work search requirements, which obviously is going to drive up sanctions. And then the government has also announced its intention to make a phased introduction of the in-work conditionality. Those of you who've been following sanctions for a number of years will know that there has been enormous controversy about the provision that in the 2012 system, that people who are in work should be required to try to increase their hours if they aren't already at 35 hours at minimum wage equivalent. So finally, the government is introducing this, although it won't have much effect. And this is the problem. If you want to look up my latest briefing, I've got a discussion of this, that these various changes will have a big impact on claimants, but they'll only have a very small one on labour supply. So they're a pretty bad deal. And the other important thing that's going on at the moment is the DWP review of economic inactivity. But the catch about that is that most people who've left the labour force aren't claimants, and therefore they're not going to be within reach of benefit conditionality. So there are considerable irrationalities about what the government is doing.